Hi Kiwi. All right, we are going to play one round of Hades today. I have just completely mentally exploded on Ori and the Blind Forest. It does not seem to be the day. I'm a little bit mentally fried to say the least, and it was showing in the gameplay. So I'm going to do something that's a little bit more casual, a little bit more brain dead for me that I can play and enjoy. And also, it looks like we've got Skelly's, what are they called, statues starting to show up here.
With you, pal. You have impressed somebody well above my pay grade here, and so they have a little proposition for you. You listening?
Let me guess. They want me to fight all the way through the underworld, having used the Pact of Punishment over there to make the going even more treacherous than it already is, and if I succeed, they'll reward me with some sort of useless trinket?
Exactly.
Wrong. We're talking something really big here, pal. You see that thing back there? Trinket. Come on, what are you, scared?
Yes, a little bit, if you must know.
All right, the pact challenge has been revealed. Well, we're gonna still do the pact pretty casually going forward because we need to unlock all the testaments or not testaments, all the Titan bloods and things of that nature. Today we're going to be running the aspect of Nemesis, which
Test the bond between us.
gives me increased critical chance on my attack after using my special. So what we're going to be running the Artemis Keepsake in the hopes of getting her dash strike, because the dash strike on this sword is insane. Alright, so we'll go with the base increase HP like usual. And let's see if we can get our win.
Creatures of the underworld, take heed.
Alright, does Artemis show up in the first room? Do we get a hammer? Okay.
Lady Artemis.
Hello, Artemis. Give us something good, please.
Living on Olympus here, I'm surrounded by my family, but I always felt alone. I know that's not the same as your experience, but I'm just saying I relate to what you're going through.
Alright, let's see. Attack is stronger with a 15% chance to crit. I mean, that gives us a 30% chance to crit if we do go that route. I was looking for the dash strike. A 50% damage increase isn't amazing, so I guess let's take the attack for now, and we'll see if we can get it stacked up. So I just need to remember to use my special as much as possible and try to stack as much crit chance as possible. We're going to be running a crit build today, clearly. Or at least that's the intent. We'll see how that goes.
What you get?
So basically what I need to do is I need to start my attacks with the special so that I get the passive of the weapon going, and then I hope for the triple damage that a crit does. Alright, let's keep stacking Artemis. The more Artemis we stack, the more likely we're going to have some strong crits in this run. Don't stand on the trap. Surprised that guy. Oh, I guess because they're floating, they don't activate traps, maybe? Weird.
Olympus, I accept this message.
Alright, special is stronger with a chance to crit. Any damage you deal has a 3% chance to crit. After you cast or hit with an attack or special, fire a Seeking Arrow. I'm going to take pressure points, but I'm going to look for support fire later on, because I know it's a terrible boon. It's overall a pretty lousy boon, but it's still one of my favorites because it's so fun. Dash strikes in this game are pretty darn strong, I have to say, though. Anyway, so I don't know. As far as today goes, I don't know what to promise in terms of commentary. Hades is my comfort zone right now. It is my junk food. And when I'm not sure what I want to do, this seems to be the easiest thing for me to record, especially when I'm just so absolutely exhausted for... I see that gold pot. I missed that gold pot. Darn it. It's just the easiest to recover on.
I believe I have deduced something I ought to have sooner recognized. Your mother must have been one who called herself Persephone. Your stay within the underworld was brief from my perspective, but impactful nonetheless. You seek her now. Respond.
Oh, Master Chaos. You should know I have located her already. Though where she is, I cannot stay for long. So I'm visiting as often as I can. It's not unlike our visits here. Only somehow even harder to get to where she is.
I see. Then it is good to know that you have been in contact. And I trust that your successive visits shall be worth their while. Not unlike our visits here.
It would be interesting if Zagreus could have the back and forth with the other gods the way he does with Chaos. I would enjoy seeing that, but anyway, let's see. More cast, more special damage, or more money. I think we'll take the more money because the other two, I don't think I'm going to be building into these. The special, I could make an argument for maybe something making it good, but I'm not convinced.
Trade-off.
And we'll go for gems because I still need to get the upgraded Infernal Troves.
Come and get it.
Yeah. A little damage here or there, not the end of the world. I can hear Chroma screaming for you upstairs, Kiwi. You must be in the bathroom, and she's worried you're going to be drowning in there. Oh, for the first time in who knows how long, Poseidon has finally decided to show up. I have not seen him in a fair number of runs, genuinely. Well, good to see the old man, I guess. Or the old uncle, rather. Let's not call him an old man. He'll probably take offense to that. Oh, I should pop my casting for this so I deal extra damage. I'm just face tanking because I do so much damage. There we go. Easy peasy.
Why, nephew, you've procured the rod of fishing, I detect. Fine handiwork, if I say so myself. Its line is nigh invisible and causes denizens of my domain to flock to it like mortals to temples of mine. Good fortune with that thing.
Thanks, Uncle. Alright, attack deals more damage and knocks foes away. I don't know if I want that, though, because... I like the crit chance, honestly. I say we take Poseidon's Aid. Because that's pretty strong, and it gives him invulnerability, so it's all around a pretty solid boon. Yeah, we'll take that call for now. I don't remember what his duo boon with Artemis is like, but maybe we can get something fun with that, too. Anyway, so yeah, I don't know. I seem to be a little fried today. I think it's just work is catching up with me. I didn't have the best week at work, and so it's been stressful to both me and Kiwi. And Hades is like junk food. It is my comfort game. It is familiar. It is predictable. I feel good at it. So I'm gonna play it. And I know there's been a lot of Hades content on the channel lately. But please understand while work is going on, for those passing through and just listening in, I need it. I genuinely need it. Your critical effects deal even more damage, or your god gauge fills up faster when you deal critical. We'll take the damage up for now. Either of these are pretty solid. 15% damage isn't really that much. Maybe I can get this a higher rarity, so let's take Hunter Instinct for now.
Bold of you to throw your lot in with my relatives instead of me, given the choice there, little Hades. But don't you ever bet against this horse.
I thought he was a fish.
Don't be mad, Uncle.
What hit me? I can't actually... Oh, okay. Poseidon's tidal waves come in pretty quick, and they're not exactly the most visible to me. They seem to get caught on walls, but my damage is insane right now.
What can I say, nephew? Sometimes our tempers get the best of all of us. Your fortunate mind didn't get the best of you back there.
Feels like I'm kind of speedrunning a little bit. Alright, cast, dash, or attack and special are stronger in the first 10 seconds. We'll take that. We really are speedrunning at this point then, aren't we? Let's see what we get from the well. HP, special damage, attack damage. The HP isn't a bad option, but it doesn't heal that much, and I'll probably just get something out of the shop for healing, so I think I'll skip it for now. Those crits, man, they hit hard. Chroma is just yodeling outside of the bathroom for you right now, Kiwi. It's really cute and very sad. That is our cat. She is very sad. She misses her mom dearly.
See that, Stygius?
Your attack becomes a big chop. I don't want that. Your thrust deals 200 damage and has a 40% crit chance. Oh no. That means our dash attack is going to have like a 70% crit chance, assuming these aren't multiplicative. Let's find out. This is going to be silly, Kiwi. What a funny build to get. We definitely need the increased crit damage. Oh, I got hit. I need to learn how to control this. I need to kind of alternate what I'm matching. Yeah, all I need is Artemis's upgrade on the dash strike, and I'll be really strong. I used that to bail out of the... I got grabbed, and that locks you in with some crowd control for a second. So I bailed out with that. Just look at that damage, though. I just need to practice using it a bit better, and we'll be slaying things real fast. A little bit of HP goes a long way when you're running a melee build.
Seal the chamber.
Where are they? Right, so the way this works is I can kill as many as I want, or I can play it super safe. We're just on a time limit. They'll spawn until the time limit runs out. but this is a really good way to farm gold. Plus, we have the Chaos Boon that makes us get more gold when we get kills. I am taking a lot more damage than is ideal, so I gotta be mindful of that. Well, you know what? Maybe the thrust is the third hit of our attack, maybe not our dash strike. Yeah, I think it's the third hit of our attack. That's fair. Still some very good opportunities to farm gold, though. I don't actually know if the bigger enemies give more gold or not. Yeah, but once we get Artemis's dash strike, this build is going to be terrifyingly strong.
Clean all this up.
Probably you, Hades. Probably you. This should be the final shot before the boss of the floor. Alright, I hear a ding, which means there's a fish somewhere. Fish, 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 fish. Anywhere is the fish? There it is. Alright. Will I catch it? Everyone hold your breath. What am I doing?
Missed it.
My brain just saw a catch up here above my head. I'm like, oh, time to catch it. Alright, Aphrodite on the attack doesn't sound terrible. I mean, I guess we can't use her on the attack. We have the Artemis attack. Here's the question. Do I want Hermes for the speed buff that'll make my attacks come out faster, potentially? Or do I want Aphrodite for the buff on my special? Honestly, I think Hermes sounds more fun here. Move faster. Alright, we didn't get what I was looking for, unfortunately. I guess we'll take this. Because Sturdy at least gives you some damage reduction. And we could definitely use some damage reduction.
Better myself.
You sure couldn't have. Alright.
Feeling it's Tisiphone this time.
Let's see. Nope.
Oh well.
He's really bad at guessing.
If you're no god, you're nothing but a piece of trash, born into all of this. And you don't even want it.
I like her fence pauldrons. They look like they look like the tips of a fence of a type of fence I've seen before.
You seem to have me all figured out. And here I thought we were still getting to know each other.
Well, you want to know what I want? Here, I'll show you.
All right. So we're just gonna pop some cast into her so that we deal the increased damage. Do this. 1, 2, and 3. Oh no. Okay, I'm surprised that hit me. Right, I forgot I have the Poseidon passive that makes me deal more damage in the start of the room. I am taking far more hits than is ideal. I'm gonna bail out so that this doesn't hit me. There we go. Alright, I'm getting into the groove now. I'm also letting myself take far more damage than is strictly necessary.
She's psyching up.
Kill her friend. I'm gonna just pop this for the invulnerability it gives because I was getting hit a little too much there. Potentially. Oh my goodness. I'm using... oh my goodness. I'm using it defensively, honestly, here. Whoop. I think we've just got her. 1 crit. Oh, wow. I got greedy for that last hit. I got greedy for that last hit and got punished for it, but it's fine. I haven't fully gotten the... I haven't quite gotten the flow of the button presses to make the to make this combo work the way it's supposed to. But that's fine. Evergreen Acorn. In the final encounter in each underworld region, take 0 damage for the first 3 times a foe hits you. That's pretty solid, and it increases the number as you get it leveled up. I guess, honestly, Aphrodite sounds pretty appealing here, I think. That or Artemis would be, or sorry, Athena would be decent too, I think. One of those on the special would do great. I think I'll take weak just because I anticipate I'm going to be taking more damage, and having my opponents not deal as much damage will be very helpful to me.
Okay.
And, well, we didn't get it we can't afford it just yet, but once we get 200 gold, we'll make sure to get our Death Defiance back, unless we run into Patroclus, who will just give it to us for free like last time. That said, I played very carelessly. I was too busy focusing on DPS to really think about dodging. I just went full monkey mode.
Made it to Asphodel.
And so I was punished for it. But that's fine. You have anything to say?
The path toward the surface lies somewhere beyond all that.
That it does. That it does. Yeah. I don't know. Like I said, I'm here to turn my brain off and just have a good time, and I'm talking while I do it, but that's not the point of this. I just want to enjoy this game. And if someone else finds enjoyment from my enjoyment, then so be it. I should confirm if the thrust is actually the third hit of the attack or if it's the dash attack. Either way. Hopefully we can find a hammer that buffs the dash attack too. And excellent, we're getting Eurydice.
Must be Eurydice.
And in theory, that should mean that I can upgrade my attack.
Eurydice, how long have you been down here anyway, if you don't mind my asking? Seems like you're pretty settled in. It's quite a lovely place.
How long have I been down here, hon? Huh, I don't have the faintest. You lose your sense of time once you're a shade, or maybe once there's not a sun or moon over your head. But yeah, I found myself a decent spot and fixed it up a bit.
Alright, we want an upgrade to the boons. Now, I do have a fair number of boons, so there's a reasonable chance I won't get the attack boon, but let's see what we roll for. I think that's what I'm going to roll for. Yeah.
Excellent.
Cool, we got it on the attack and then hyper sprint. So actually, what does that do for us? Just makes the sprint duration longer. Okay. Oh, wow. That's going to throw me off a little bit, potentially.
Next time.
Getting it on hyper sprint definitely wasn't the ideal, but we got it on the attack, which is objectively the ideal.
It's time.
Hi, Than.
Let's get this done.
Yeah. And then you can give me more HP.
Come, bitches. Return to dust.
Or I'll slay you instead if you prefer.
Than's cheating. Stop targeting the things that I'm targeting, Than. Or start targeting them so that I can kill them faster than you. I don't think I'm beating Than. Omae wa mo shinderu. Oh, wow, I pronounced that poorly. Omae wa mo shinderu. There we go. You're already dead. Man, he kills them fast. Am I winning? I am barely winning. That guy just ran away. I'm not killing it, but that's fine. We still won. Whew.
Go on the record.
Barely. Definitely played a little reckless just to make it happen, but that's fine.
You took down more than I did. Still running from yourself, I see. How's that been working out for you thus far?
Pretty decently, actually. I have like 2 or 3 wins in a row.
I'm searching for my mother. You still live at home with yours. You don't know what it's like.
Mother Nyx was like a mother to you too, and this is how you repay her. You should be ashamed of yourself and learn your place.
In his defense, Nyx is kind of promoting this too. Shop or Aphrodite? I think we go for Aphrodite. It'll have upgraded rarity. Her boon will have upgraded rarity too because it's a mini boss room. Looks like we'll be getting the splitters. This would have made it a good reason to have Athena on our side, but oh gosh, oh no. That's a lot of damage that didn't need to be happening to me. I can use the special to destroy their attacks, but this is a bit of a problem. And they're safe spotting on the lava, which does not help. Alright, that one's almost dead at least. If I can kill at least one of them, that'll help. And I can use the Poseidon Ball to potentially reposition them if I'm in the right spot. This mini-boss is a bit of a... This is a bad build for the mini-boss, honestly. Like, I can't get close to them, and they're just... They're desynced enough that their attacks are a problem. In theory, if I get enough damage, I should be able to get another... There we go. Let's get them out of this lava, please. Wow, this stinks. Maybe if I back off, they'll come closer. So I really can't deal with them if they're just sitting in the lava like that. Yeah, okay, they're chasing after me now. Alright, we got it.
I'm out.
Or we don't, we're back in the lava. This is annoying, and a time waster at that. Alright, we're just gonna deal with the damage we take. Alright, Afro, what have you got?
A little bird once told me that the shade of the great hero called Achilles now resides within your father's residence, dearest. I always wish to meet with him someday.
Let's see. Special Inflicts Weak, which is what we were looking for, or max life increase for any HP upgrades. That could be pretty strong, but I think I'll take her special for now.
I'm all worked up.
I feel reasonably confident that if I played better, I wouldn't be taking as much damage, and that would mean I'd need less HP. That said, Her special was really what I was hunting for because, again, it'll give us the damage reduction, which almost equates to the HP that I might have gotten from that. Because I don't know how many Centaur hearts I'm going to run into at this point, you know?
See you.
I do appreciate having 70% crit chance on my third hit. The one downside to it is that it does require my third hit. I do need to do the first 2 hits before I can do the third hit. I wonder how that hammer affects it if I get the single, like, power... What is it? Power chop? This is annoying. I can't hit them through this... Oh my goodness, I am getting played so hard by this AI. Okay, please, just die. That was so lame. Like, clearly my sword is penetrating through the object, but I guess Hades logic, you can't hit things through solid objects, even with a melee weapon, which I really wish was not the case. That's so punishing when it doesn't need to be.
Look what I found.
Alright, 1 key. Let's see what the well has.
Anything I need.
Instantly gain darkness. Yeah, I'll take that. And 30% HP regen. I will take that as well, because I need the HP. I'm just taking too much. Centaur heart or pomegranate. Let's go the survivability, I feel. I think we need a little bit more survive. Oh, well. I guess I didn't need to buy that well then. That's fine. And then this should be the shop before learning, I think? Yeah, I think so. Oh, cool. Another Artemis Spoon. We'll take that.
Just what I need.
Cast crit, or criticals deal more damage to armor. I think let's do this, because that basically brings us up to 100% crit chance in the right circumstances. I don't need to buy the heal, so why don't we take the pomegranate here as well?
The power of the gods.
I think I'll upgrade Poseidon's Aid, because that's a pretty substantial flat damage increase, and that's going to shred Hades when we finally get to him. Alright, let's go fight the final boss of this area. Let's see how fast I can DPS him down. Because again, I've got a pretty strong DPS build right now. Oh hey, I see a fishing spot. Didn't know you could get one in the boss room. That's funny. Yeah, so our third hit does 416 damage, and it's almost guaranteed, honestly. Let's get rid of these so that we don't have to deal with his minions, and then be ready to deal with his bonus heads. Honestly, the Artemis boon that makes us deal more damage against armor when we crit, not the worst sounding idea here, to be honest. I left that head, that second head with barely any HP because I figured I would accidentally kill it while trying to kill the first one, and I was not wrong. Seems like our crits still aren't guaranteed on the third strike, but they're pretty up there. Let's just toss these in so I get the bonus damage. Kill his little spawnling. We're gonna save our call like usual for the third phase. Oh good, he can summon Gorgon heads, or what are they? Giant stone heads. I forget what they're actually called. They're not Mega Gorgons, because that's the actual mini-boss that fights alongside them. This guy's got a mark, so let's focus on him. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and pop this. It almost one-shots them, honestly. I can see why the Sword of Nemesis is so heavily used in speedruns, though. Its damage potential is pretty up there. And while I'm not using it to its full effect, I can certainly tell its strength. Let's see if I can fill up my God Gauge and finish him with Poseidon. Small circles. That does so much damage. I should have just used it from the outset, honestly. I don't think I needed to save it up for its full power. But it sure does kill fast when it's active. Oh, don't forget the fish.
I know you're out there.
And I'm not going to mess it up this time. I'm not going to see catch and then immediately press the button like, oh, I'm going to catch it now. I know how fishing minigames work. I'm just really, really bad at them in most cases. There we go.
Slavog, go figure.
I wonder how many fishes there are all together. I know I can check that in the codex, actually, but I don't know if I care to do that right now.
You surpassed my Hydra.
That I did. Alright, what keepsake do I want to take now? I mean, continuing to upgrade the Pierced Butterfly is never a bad decision. Da, da, da. Could hope for a Chaos Gate or hope for Demeter. I think, yeah, I think we'll just we'll strengthen up the Pierced Butterfly a little bit more. I don't think I'm gonna get any stacks on it. Oh, it's worth a try. Cast. Nah, none of this appeals to me. All right, on to the next floor.
Enough of this place.
On to Elysium.
Another day or night in paradise.
Hopefully we're offered a hammer. We are offered, yep, there we go, a hammer. I'd much rather a hammer over Zeus in this situation. His cast isn't a bad choice, though. Nothing to say? Okay, fair enough. Let's go get that hammer. What have we got? Archers. Well, I got bad news for you, archers. Alright, here's hoping we get the dash strike upgrade. Alright. I enjoy the pitter-patter of Zagreus' feet, that the sound effect there. When the Hermes effect is particularly when the Hermes effect is active, it's pretty funny. What is it called? Hyper Sprint? I've already forgotten. Sounds like Kiwi of the present will be joining us shortly as she has awoken and removed herself from the bathroom. Special hits twice but no longer knocks away. Attack deals 200% damage to foes from behind. Or your special makes you lunge ahead then becomes sturdy. I don't actually know how that works. So I guess I'll just take the flat damage up on the attack.
That's it.
I just have to focus on back attacks, and since I'm dashing around like a madman, I'll probably be able to pull off those more often than I'd like to, than I think. Maybe not as much as I'd like overall, but still enough. Once again, we were not able to deal damage because we were caught behind a wall apparently, and swords cannot penetrate walls even if they're physically past them. But you know, minor gripes about a game that I abjectly love. I'll take it. I'll take what I've got. More Hades, please. And I know Hades 2 is out, but it's early access. And like, I mean, these videos are going to be coming out well after I've done my playthrough of that, so you already know my stance. I'm waiting until the game is released in full now, because I don't want to spoil the experience. I may play here or there past the finale that I've uploaded, but I'm not going to be, like, uploading daily episodes anymore of it.
Someone's going to enjoy this.
Let's see. Hermes or a double Poseidon, or a Poseidon and Afro combo. I feel as though that's probably better than a singular Chaos Boon. I mean, certainly I could get it. I could get an attack damage up, which would be huge for us, but this seems like more fun, and also a faster way to die, let's be honest. I am so prone to taking damage in these trial rooms. I think Afro is honestly easier to deal with because I can see her attack better. So, deal more damage when slamming foes into barriers. Boons with your knockaway effect rupture them, causing them to take damage while moving. None of these are really ideal for us. I don't really like his dash. I guess let's do Razor Shoals.
You'd spurn my love this easily, dearest? You are about to find the consequences are much harder to dismiss without a second thought.
That's fine. I think we'll be fine. We just gotta kill these guys as quick as possible, which I can do. Oh, well, if they have armor, I guess maybe not. Oh, well, oh gosh. Okay, immediately learning my lesson. I was confident, and I should never be confident in any video game ever. Kiwi of the present has arrived to join us while we fight the goddess of love, who I have made very angry by spurning her affections for the sake of Grandpappy, or Granduncle Papyrus, what? The Great Papyrus. The Great Poseidon. Okay, there we go. Hopefully it's only one wave, because, oh gosh, there's more than one wave. Oh boy. Well, this isn't going great. Oh man. These shielders are definitely the thing I have to deal with the most, or have the hardest time dealing with. I feel like she wasn't always this difficult to deal with. Am I mistaken? Well, I'll kill what I can. I'm now realizing that if I'm having trouble with shielders, I'm going to have trouble with Theseus, and that's going to be a real problem. Well, we'll make it work somehow, I suppose. I just have to focus on dodging. Which, you know, I can do that in theory. And there we go. Only lost like 2/3 of my HP. Not a big deal.
There is no common sense with love, Godling, so why don't we pretend your indiscretion there did not occur?
And we get... nothing outstanding. Maybe it was better to take the Chaos Gate in hindsight. Oh well, we'll take Life Affirmation and hope for a Centaur Heart. Demeter. Demeter. So it looks like no matter what, I'm fighting another mini-boss, which means I'm probably going to use another Death Defiance here, unfortunately.
Look at all that coin.
But maybe I'll play well. I guess if I get a Butterfly Ball, I can DPS it down really fast. If I get Asterius, I think I'm going to get hit. In terms of what our build wants, I think Afro is the correct choice here. Maybe I can get her dash. Okay, Butterfly Ball. Fantastic. That gives us a chance.
You are a gigantic soul catcher.
Oh, it's called a Soul Catcher. Interesting. Once I break its armor, it should die really fast. I'm not even going to pay attention to its allies because I don't need to. Yes, I am taking damage, but oh, we have to kill the allies. Unfortunate. I always forget that this isn't like the other bosses where if you kill the main boss, the minions die, unfortunately. So we've got a little bit of work ahead of us, but I think we can manage. We're overall still a huge DPS build, and I can use Poseidon's Call defensively to avoid the arrows if I need to. Okay, that's another one down. And since I'm at such a great distance, I can see the archer before they fire. Or I can dodge their projectiles before they get close enough to landing. And there we go. Alright, Afro. I've taken a lot of damage just for your sake. That's a pretty substantial damage up for base damage, but in terms of crit chance, we lose, what, 15% crit chance? I don't know if it's worth it or not. Honestly, I feel like it still is. Because if we crit with this damage, we're going to do a lot of damage. And we have Hunter's Mark now, which helps. So yeah, let's take Heartbreaking Strike and just do much higher base damage. And we're going to take the Centaur Heart here because I really need the HP. I mean, that was part of the reason we took Aphrodite's boon anyway. Yeah, that's a pretty notable increase in damage overall, I would say. I'd say, sadly, it's worth it. What I really want is Artemis's Dash Strike, like I mentioned before. If we combo those together, I bet it would do a ton of damage. We have not seen Artemis since Tartarus. Oh well. We'll be okay. We'll also point out the fact that I have yet to get a single point on the Pierce Butterfly, which is, again, not necessarily a surprise, but nonetheless disappointing also. See, just got hit right there. For a moment I had a brief sense of hope, but it was pointless. It's fine. Like I said at the start, I'm not doing this for the sake of getting the Pierce Butterfly passive going during this run. It's exclusively for trying to level it up for the next run. Alright. Do I save my money or do I get the darkness? What am I at in terms of darkness? 466. I've got a nice little pool. I think we'll take the shop and save our money for that. Alright. Gold pot? No gold pot. Ares. Ares. I don't really think I like Ares on this build. And there's Patroclus, who will be more beneficial to us. Let's take the Random Palm. Heartbreak Strike. Fantastic. Right, that was... yeah, okay. And we'll take the Darkness, since we didn't need it before. And we'll go for Patroclus and take his healing item. Since I'm at full. What more could I have ever done? Could I have... oh, darn it. I need to get close enough that we can hear that dialogue, but not close enough to trigger it to cancel. Sorry about that. At least you can pause the video if you really wanted to see what he said.
I thought I told you to leave me alone.
Alright. Don't have any use for that. Restore 30% HP for 5 chambers. That will let me go full monkey mode and turn my brain off. So, yeah, let's take Hydrolite Gold. And then a gem with a mini boss, which means we'd get a lot of gems for it. But I think I'm going to take the safer route and take the darkness. Knowing me, I'm going to take more damage than is strictly necessary. Well, turns out I took more damage than was necessary even if I hadn't gone that route. You see, we're getting an Infernal Trophy here, which is nice. Once again, I point out the fact that, like last run, I have not seen any of the little chariots. I think they're called Hot Wheels. There's the big one for the first time. gonna use this to dodge the archer's attack. Oh, still got hit by it. I do not like how corners engage with melee attacks in this game. They lead me to think I can land an attack, and I clearly cannot, despite what the game would make me think. Oh, HP restore. Man, maybe I should have taken his attack up. Oh well. Oh hey look, the Hot Wheels. They're exploding all over me. This is fine. If they die faster, I get more HP back in the long run, right? Oh, I saved it from the explosion. Look, as long as I heal more than I lose, it's fine, I guess. And plus, that earns us a little bit of coin, which is fine. This should be the end shop, so let's go grab our whatever boon he's going to offer us. We're always guaranteed at least one boon offer. Okay, Demeter. Maybe I take Demeter just to fill up my god pool. Yeah, let's see what she gives.
Don't spend it all in one place, mate.
Any HP restoring effects do more? That would be helpful going into Theseus and Asterion, but I feel like it's unnecessary. Her cast does not fit our build because it's super low damage, so let's take Ravenous Will. It's a flat 10% damage increase, damage reduction. Cause see, we're already basically full HP. I think that was the right call.
Big crowd, huh?
The monster has returned in a vainglorious attempt to wrest the title champion from me.
So fun fact, if you're familiar with the 7 deadly sins, in some history, or I believe in some histories, it's listed as the 8 deadly sins, and vainglory was one of them. What is vainglory, and how does it differ from, like, pride? I don't really know.
I couldn't care less about your title. Though, shouldn't you share it with the Minotaur? He's more than half the reason you've been in any trouble.
I could also be horribly misspeaking. I only read about this once, and it was a long time ago, so I don't really remember it that well. It was just my first time ever hearing of the sin of vainglory.
You'll not drive a wedge between us, fiend. Asterius and I share a fraternal bond forged from the strongest bronze, nay, adamant. And you have caused us both offense, so die.
Sir, you said nay. I think you meant moo. Because Asterius is a bull. Never mind. Anyway. Hey, that was a really bad joke. I'm sorry, Asterius. You deserve better than I can give you. I think I'm critting for like 700s. Yeah, backstab crits are 700 damage. Look at that. Like, my damage is up there. 669. Oh, it's because I got the 10% damage up, plus I have the backstab damage. I mean, if you guys are just gonna stand next to each other, don't mind if I do. Honestly, though, Poseidon's call is so ridiculously strong. I really don't mind taking the damages here. Like, just look at his HP bar go down. It's not amazing, but it's definitely one of the strongest DPSs we've had in a while. I'm gonna use this just to finish him and... You and your annoying shield, you... What should I even insult you as? A blowhard? Yeah, a blowhard seems appropriate for describing Theseus. It would be helpful if I just decided to attack him from behind rather than in the front, but it's fine. There we go. Oh, nope. He was slightly out of my range. There we go. I can at least get some back attack damage when he's doing that pretty easily. It also helps when he stands still like that to be easily able to, oh dear, I'm not getting out of... Oh, I got hit by both. Unfortunate. I think we've got him, though. But yeah, I'll have to look it up more, because I'm really not that familiar with it. I didn't need to take that last hit. I forgot it was going to run out. I'm used to only using it when it's fully charged.
That ought to make Theseus shut it for a bit.
Yeah, generally killing someone does make them quiet. Take care, my good shade. I will see you on the next run. Alright, but I think we're running pretty strong right now.
Where do you think you're going?
I think I'll just keep the Pierced Butterfly, honestly. Oh, I cleared one room without taking damage. I'm genuinely surprised. Or actually... Yeah, I did. I'm surprised. We're just gonna keep that. I don't foresee myself dying 4 times against Hades, although I certainly have the capability of doing so. So, oh well. If not taking the Luckier Tooth here was the cost me the run, it was only because I played very poorly at the very end. Just because they aren't gold doesn't mean I can't break them. It's fun to break things. Alright, so another Poseidon boon and another Demeter boon. And an HP up. I agree. Let's see. Obviously we go for Poseidon and Afro first because they might give us their duo boon. Yeah, let's do that. We'll go with Poseidon first and see what he offers. And you know, these smaller rooms, these smaller really did I really get hit there? Because I'm pretty sure I didn't. Alright. These smaller encounter rooms should make it, well, I got hit immediately there. That time I saw it. Didn't even know we had a laser spawner up there. What are these called? Serpent stones, maybe? Oh well. Look, like I said before, my goal is not actually to get any levels or any bonus damage from this. It is exclusively with the goal of getting it leveled up in mind. That said, it would have been nice to not take damage and get a couple bonus damage procs off of it. This was not meant to be, Kiwi. This room just has a very bad layout for what I want. Alright, Poseidon. Alright, I'm not going to take damage in this room. Watch. There. Oh, maybe it just doesn't pop in these rooms, because I definitely didn't take damage there, right? Oh well. I guess smaller encounters don't count as encounters on the Pierced Butterfly. Oh hey, I was right. They are called Snake Stones. That's cool. Definitely not going to be the last of this room. The problem with Snake Stones is their lasers come out relatively fast, and they don't do a lot of damage, but they do damage, which is the issue, because the stipulation for this keepsake to activate is don't take any damage. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I just got hit there, or maybe not. It may need like a certain amount of time for contact before it actually triggers its damage proc. I'm not sure. I guess I shouldn't call it a proc either. Proc stands for Programmed Random Occurrence, and that was not necessarily a random occurrence, considering it was either I ran into the hitbox and got hit by it, or I did not. I swear I didn't get hit there, but whatever.
Olympus, I accept this message.
There it is. Any palms of power you find are more potent. Apparently I've already gotten this one, so I don't know if I even want it, but I'll take it. There are some palms at the end shop. Maybe I take those and see what they give.
Heading back.
How am I doing on money? I'm at 400 gold. That's pretty solid. All right, Afro, what do you give us today? I guess the choice is if I don't get any palm of power here, or if this isn't the end of the floor, maybe I go grab a palm of power from the next. I get the non-mini boss room done next, and that one gives a palm of power. Just gonna try and get rid of these guys this up. Yeah, I guess you can't get damage boosts from this floor, maybe? I don't necessarily understand, but it's fine. We're just gonna do what we can and kill things ASAP. Not gonna make any comments of not taking damage in that room.
Found it fast this time.
Yeah, we did. Kind of disappointing, but oh well.
Cerberus just loves whatever this stuff is.
Wave of Despair. After you take damage, they get weakened. Resist some damage from nearby foes' attacks. Your dash deals more damage where you end up inflicting weak. Well, let's just take Wave of Despair since we haven't gotten it yet. Fill out the prophecy. Get the heal.
Much better.
Honestly, I kind of want to do the extra rooms, but I don't think it's worth it.
Coming right up.
It's more risk than it's worth. Do I take the Fancy Poseidon? Or do I take the Palm and the HP? Those are my two options. I think I take the Fancy Poseidon.
Thank you, mate.
Rip Current is pretty good. Or I can gain some meta progression stuff, because I don't really need Rip Current. And I doubt... Actually, the 1.5 second duration is pretty substantial. We're going to take that. Alright, well, let's go see... Did I not get a fish here? I don't think I did. Alright, let's go see dear old dad.
The prince compels the multi-headed hound to let him pass.
Bye for now, boy.
Bye-bye.
Crisp, cold air.
I could use some of that. It's been very hot and humid lately.
To think Olympus has been aiding you. You must be so grateful to them for their aid, without which none of this would have been possible.
Yeah, about that. Father, did you let Mother go because you feared Olympus would find out? And not respond well to the circumstances if they did?
Be grateful they have not found out as yet for all your meddling. You do not know them as well as you think. Ask yourself why she left Olympus and how. Or better yet, ask her.
Well, she seems quite lovely, so knowing you probably tricked her into signing a pact to come join you or something. Since you weren't allowed on Olympus, why not have Olympus come to you?
Ha! Surprisingly not distant from the truth. I took her, boy. I took her down with me. Is that what you wish to hear? Does that anger you? Come, bring forth that anger then.
I feel like as the game gets on, Zagreus gets less angry, honestly.
Darkness.
We're just gonna toss these out. I guess I'll put them in him.
You should have avoided that.
I should have avoided that, you're right. Sorry, I'll get better at that. Speaking of which, you can't really avoid the crits, can you? I need to try and focus on positioning so that I can get the back attacks, though. I'm letting these hits happen. I'm playing careless, and that's going to cost me later on, I'm sure. I'm going to use the Poseidon Boon here, I think. Yeah, I'm going to use the Poseidon Boons the Poseidon Call, rather, to try and get rid of his minions as he summons them. That's just some very solid damage that you're completely impervious during. It does so much to keep you alive. Despite my best efforts to not keep myself alive. Alright, what friends do you summon this time? Oh, Chariot. I'm taking so much more damage than I need to. The nice thing about taking the damage from Hades, though, is... What actually hit me there? What if I don't know what hit me there? Whatever. I may not know what hit me there, but I know what happens next. Just gotta pop his casts, so it's safe. He keeps summoning them, though. Guess I can kill them pretty quickly with the Poseidon Boon. I'll just let that one go. Need to remember to get my crits up. Oh, I'm gonna get hit by all of that, aren't I? Gonna try and pop him before... No, I'm not getting it. Oh my goodness. Okay. I'm gonna have to play a little bit more careful. I'm playing very careless. Maybe I did need Luckier Tooth after all. I didn't remember the shockwave, but I did avoid it, which is equally important. Almost got the fully charged Poseidon boon. I will use it soon. Just gonna wait for a good opportunity. Ideally one where he's not gonna teleport away with darkness. I need to use it defensively. This is fine. Definitely wasted some of it, but look at all those free hits we're getting on with minimal punishment. Oh, now you use your laser, sure. Get my casts off. I'm not even gonna worry about back attacks unless I really think I can get them off safely. It's just a little too risky right now. Alright, we've got him onto the second half of his final phase, which is good. Gonna pop that for safety reasons. Get these back in him for the damage boost. Shouldn't have gotten hit by that, but it's fine. Things are getting a little bit questionable. I'm gonna get popped by this pot, so I'm gonna try and stand back from it. Ooh, that came out fast. These pots are a little bit of a problem. I'm kind of lucky I dodged that, to be honest. We've got this, though. Get some good hits in here. Just try. Okay, that came out much faster than I was ready to deal with.
Oh, this is it.
Oh, come on. Using this defensively. Whoa, we crit the Poseidon crit for 1200. Okay, I think we've got this. I think we can do this. I'm gonna just cast him from a distance. And then run in for a crit, and we got him. That was a little closer than I would have liked, but that's because I played poorly.
Vanquished again by my own fool kin.
We're on a bit of a win streak now. I think that's 4 in a row now.
Remember this.
Lots of Titan blood for upgrading our weapons. Nice and good. Alright, so what carried this run? That duo boon did nothing for us. I don't think we got a single palm after having it. All it was Heartbreak Strike, all the crit chance, the hammers, and the aspect of Nemesis. Honestly, you know what, Sweet Nectar? Get out of here. What would I say did more? Obviously Poseidon Call. And then Cruel... I think that's really all it boils down to. GG. GG, Dad.
Found you.
Now let's go see Mom. Do a lap around the house and call it a day. All right, Persephone, give us your reasons.
Hi.
Welcome back, my son.
Hi, Mom.
I could not stand it on Olympus, Zagreus. The blustering, the posturing, my overbearing mother. None of it. I would have left the mountain voluntarily, except
Father absconded with you, didn't he? Dragged you down with him into the underworld. So if Olympus were to find that out, I shudder to think of the consequences.
that fool is trying to protect me even now. It wasn't he who absconded with me, my son. And it's more complicated even than that. I was content to leave, willing to make my life within the underworld, with your father.
I dare not ask who did bring you to Father then. So essentially, you ran away from home to live with him. I mean no disrespect, but did you realize what you were getting yourself into?
Zag.
We have a tendency to be impetuous when we are younger, Zagreus. I heard all about your father before we met. Admired paintings of him. It was very awkward at first, but he had a bluntness I fancied. A sense of principle. I much preferred him to his brothers, I can tell you that.
That's kind of cute that she used to like admire paintings of him. And certainly if I were to compare the three gods as they're portrayed in this and other media, honestly, Hades is always the most interesting.
So, Then you secretly left Mount Olympus to be with the god of the dead in the underworld, and Olympus never found out. What do you suppose would happen if they did?
I think there would be war between Olympus and your father, Zagreus, if they found out. Especially now, after all this. And after all this time. They slew their parents once. If the Titans could be wiped from this world, so can we all.
So it makes sense. If Father, he agrees with you and thinks that leaving you in hiding here, that it's the only way he can prevent that war.
I can see how your father, shrewd but also single-minded as he was, might have followed such a line of reasoning as that. Oh, Zagreus. What have I done?
No. What have I done?
Zag, you did nothing wrong. You just wanted to find your mother. Everything that's happened has happened around you, whether you were part of it or not.
Oh, I need to fix this.
Alrighty. Let's give everyone a quick talking to. Oh yeah, Hypnos is missing.
Some of these gems with the house contractor.
You have been keeping our contractor rather busy, I must say. Commissioning these frivolous projects around the house with the wealth you wrest from my domain. What are you hoping to achieve?
Oh, you know, just giving back to the community. Figure if I'm to keep getting dragged back here, it might as well be somewhat livable.
Livable? When last I checked, making the underworld livable was not among our top priorities. Just remember, in your brazenness, whose house this is.
Well aware, thanks.
Yeah, I think the House of Hades is self-explanatory for a name.
Be on your way, Zagreus. I have an audience with Lord Hades in a moment. An inquiry into my recent absences.
What are you worried about, Than? You've never given him a reason not to trust you.
Recently, I'm not so sure. Whatever you're doing, it had better be worth it.
Achilles is off duty.
I do kind of wonder where these guys go when they're,
Cerberus makes no attempt to move.
Honestly, same. That is my plan for today. I have been so off this weekend, and I'm going to be... I'm going into another very busy week, so I am going to spend today not moving and probably just playing Fire Emblem Engage, which is, like Hades for me, a turn your brain off, don't think about the plot. Well, actually, I think a lot about the Hades plot. Don't think about Fire Emblem Engage's plot. It won't impress. But it's bright, it's colorful, it's fun, it's got good mechanics, and that's about all I need right now.
You had enough to eat lately, haven't you, boy?
I would love to find a dog and pet it. I could also very much use that. I know my neighbors have a dog, but I haven't made friends with them, so I'm afraid to just randomly walk up and start petting their dog through the fence.
Where's our court musician?
Everyone's missing today, it seems. Did I get... I did. Alright, Gateways to Erebus. Let's go.
Since Father's not paying us any heed, what say we go with this assignment, contractor?
Okay, I don't actually know what Gates to Erebus do, but we'll gladly try them out and see what happens. Wait, can I?
If I sit down, I won't want to get back up.
Fair enough.
Fine work, wretched broker.
Bruh.
Hey, what's that you're drinking, Meg? Anything good?
Whatever it is, it's weak. Enough to be mistaken for your blood.
Ooh, she's cold.
Nice. Well, I'll just leave you to it then.
Leave me alone.
She mad.
Here's what I caught lately. Seems fair enough.
9 more keys until we can unlock more of the mirror, I suppose. Hey, Dusa.
Dusa. Turns out that I may be stopping back from time to time like this. But please don't bother picking up my room. I won't be staying long.
Oh, sure. But I'll just keep an eye on things in there from time to time, in case you change your mind. So, goodbye.
Bye, Dusa.
Goodbye.
Child, quickly now, before you go. I know how all of this must look. Know that I was true to her, Persephone, and that I think fondly on the time she spent with us.
Of course, Nyx. Though, why did she really leave the underworld, do you think? Besides, because of me. So what if she thought I died at birth?
She did not feel that she belonged. It was a very difficult adjustment she was forced to make. And she feared that she would inevitably end up caught between Olympus and this realm. that she might start a war.
A war. Wars have been fought for less, I understand. And father must have been a real burden too.
You do not know. Ask her yourself about her time with him. But I have already said too much, and I cannot say more.
You've said more than enough. I'll see you next.
It's a complicated situation, to say the least, for Persephone, at least how they write her in this game.
Who needs sleep?
Alright. Well, Kiwi, I think we've just got to give Skelly a talk, find out what our next run will entail. I'm just going to max out these. I mean, I know the things that come later are going to cost a whole bunch of darkness, but, you know, may as well. So I have the darkness, I'll take the passives. A little bit more gold at the start never sounds like a bad idea. And more back attack damage also sounds great. Nothing to say about Tartarus? Okay. Alright, Skelly, what have you got for us?
You know, pal, when you're not around and it's just me and all your weapons, I mean your infernal arms right over there, between us, they are making me a bit uncomfortable.
Can't blame you, mate. I wouldn't want to be stuck in a chamber with a bunch of legendary, quite possibly malevolent killing artifacts. Anything I can do?
Oh, I didn't mean it like a bad thing, boyo. The weirder you make those things, the more it gives me the shakes and keeps me hopping like this nice and steady till the next time you get back. So thanks.
Sure.
Skelly is a special sort. Alright, so it's the gauntlets. Or the twin fists next. Let's pick out another one that we haven't used yet. So, we haven't used the aspect of Talos yet, so your special becomes a magnetic cutter. It pulls and deals 20 damage. Gonna be entirely honest, this weapon has never been that appealing to me. Like, it's cool that it sucks things in, so it lets you pull enemies away from being nearby, but it doesn't actually do that much more than the aspect of Zagreus. And the dodge chance from aspect of Zagreus is way more valuable than being able to pull an enemy from a far closer up, other than saving yourself the effort of moving. So, I guess the question is, whose boon would I want to run on this? And the answer is either going to be Zeus or Aphrodite, I think. I think we go Aphrodite for the attack, honestly. But that's our plan. Next run. Aspect of Talos, was it? Yeah. Aspect of Talos on the Twin Fists with Aphrodite Keepsake. Kiwi, I hope you've enjoyed watching, and if you're awake, I hope this is helping you fall asleep. If you're sleeping, I hope you're sleeping well. I love you, and I'll see you in the next one while I play my favorite junk food game. And honestly, it's not junk food. This game is fantastic from every standpoint. It's one of my favorite games of all time, and I will continue to play it until I run out of things to do. See you in the next one.